In the heart of a bustling city lived a 28-year-old software engineer named Sarah. She worked in a gleaming office tower, surrounded by the constant hum of computers and the endless chatter of her colleagues. Sarah's mind was like a browser with 1,000 tabs open. Every morning, she woke up already exhausted from the dreams that felt like work meetings. Her thoughts jumped from project deadlines to social media notifications, from relationship worries to financial stress. She couldn't enjoy a simple cup of coffee without her mind racing to the next task. Even during conversations with friends, she was mentally drafting emails. Her mind had become a prison of endless mental noise. One evening, while scrolling through her phone feeling overwhelmed, Sarah stumbled upon a documentary about a woman who had transformed her life by learning from a mysterious teacher in the remote mountains. This teacher was known as the Mirror Master, someone who helped people see their minds clearly. People traveled from around the world to learn from him, and they all returned with the same serene expression Sarah desperately wished she could have. Sarah couldn't stop thinking about what she had seen. After weeks of sleepless nights and mounting anxiety, she made an impulsive decision. She took her first vacation in 3 years and booked a trip to the remote mountain region where this teacher was said to live. The journey took 2 flights and a treacherous mountain hike that left her more exhausted than any work project ever had. At the summit, Sarah found a simple wooden cabin beside a perfectly still lake that reflected the sky like a mirror. An elderly man with kind eyes was sitting by the water's edge, feeding breadcrumbs to the fish. When Sarah approached, breathless and anxious, she blurted out, "Master, my mind never stops. I can't find peace anywhere. Every moment feels like chaos. Can you teach me how to empty my mind?" The old man smiled gently and pointed to the mirror-like lake. "Do you see how still this water is?" he asked. Sarah nodded. "I want you to take this small pebble," he said, placing a smooth stone in her palm, "and I want you to throw it into the center of the lake. But here's the important part. You must watch the ripples until they completely disappear and the lake becomes perfectly still again. Only then can you speak." Sarah thought this sounded too simple, but she threw the pebble. It landed with a small splash, and immediately concentric circles spread across the entire surface of the lake. She watched as the ripples grew larger and larger, reaching the shores. Then, slowly, they began to fade. Sarah found herself completely absorbed, watching each ripple grow smaller and smaller. Minutes passed. Her breathing slowed. For the first time in years, she wasn't thinking about anything else. Not work, not her phone, not her problems. She was simply watching the water return to stillness. After what felt like an eternity, the last ripple disappeared, and the lake became a perfect mirror once again. Sarah realized she had been holding her breath. When she finally spoke, her voice was soft and calm. "Master, it's still again." The old man nodded with a warm smile. "Your mind is like this lake," he explained. "Every thought, every worry, every distraction is like a pebble thrown into the water. But notice, you didn't have to do anything to make the ripples stop. The water's natural state is stillness. The ripples fade on their own when you simply stop throwing stones." He looked into her eyes. "Your mind's natural state is also stillness, but you've been throwing pebbles all day long. The secret isn't to fight the thoughts. It's to simply stop feeding them and watch them naturally fade away." Sarah sat in profound silence, understanding flooding through her. She wasn't broken. She had just forgotten how to let her mind return to its natural, peaceful state. She spent 3 more days by the lake, practicing this simple art of watching without doing. When she returned to the city, people noticed something different about her. She still had the same job, the same responsibilities, but now she knew the secret. Peace was not something to achieve. It was something to return to. Whenever her mind became turbulent, she would remember the lake and simply stop throwing stones. If this story resonated with you, please give it a like and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more life-changing stories like this one. Remember, your mind's natural state is peace. You just need to stop disturbing the water. Until next time, stay mindful and stay peaceful.